Friends, this past year has brought several changes for us all at First St. Charles. One thing that changed is how and where we worship. We moved from worshiping solely online when the pandemic began to now having 2 in-person worship services on Sunday at 9 and 11. And can I just say that it is a blessing to see so many of you reconnecting again in this space. Yes, some things do look differently. We're wearing face masks and social distancing. But what hasn't changed, our mission to reach and gather new people for Christ. And here's the good news. We are reaching more people than ever before, both in person and online. It's a testament to how nimble we've been and how we've adjusted. We've seen our tools for ministry grow and expand. We've changed quite a few things in our building too. And we've aligned our children's programming to what's happening in worship so that the message is consistent for all generations. Here's what hasn't changed: our commitment to gather new people for Christ and transform lives, especially those in the next generation. So that means we're looking forward to the future and want to give you a heads up about a few things that are on the horizon. We'll continue to celebrate our 200th anniversary with a large bicentennial birthday bash on Saturday, July 3rd. You, your neighbors, the entire community are invited. And come this fall, be on the lookout for a renewed emphasis on in-person worship. We want as many people as possible to gather in person for worship on a regular basis. Also later this year, we're launching a campaign to fast forward us into the future. The campaign will focus on sharing God's love with even more people as we prepare the next generation to lead the church in ministry. Among other things, the campaign will include dealing with our church's debt so that we can hand the ministry of our church over to the next generation debt-free. How cool would that be? Just so you'll know, we're currently carrying right at $1,438,627 in debt, which is about 8% of our overall budget. This is what I know. The more we can pay down our debt, the better we can resource the next generation with more high-quality programming and people. At the end of the day, it is about setting ourselves up to see more and more lives changed for the sake of Jesus Christ. It is, as Wesley might say, about saving souls, or as we at First St. Charles might say, gathering new people to Christ. Now for the really fun part, as we begin to think about that, we want to have some visioning time together. Beginning late this summer, we'll have small dessert gatherings in people's homes to talk about where we go from here as a church. For those of you who were here, it's similar to what we did 6 years ago with dessert gatherings when I first became the senior pastor. Only now, we know each other even better. And what better time to reconnect and begin dreaming together about the future God would have for us. Finally, and in preparation for that time, I want you to know that you'll receive a survey via email in the next 2 weeks. Please take some time to fill this out. Your input is important as we seek to determine God's direction and fast forward to the future. Friends, this truly is an exciting time for our church family and life together. As we ready ourselves to reach and gather even more new people for Christ, we join as we fast forward together for our children.